Side hustles that actually make good money, okay? I'm not talking DoorDash, and I'm not talking Uber Eats, and it's nothing that you have to be on a waiting list for. I am the queen of side gigs, and I know it's that time of the year. People are trying to get extra money for the holidays. Maybe you're trying to pay off debt. These are side hustles that I've actually used and I can vouch for, okay? My number one tried and true is going to be Upshift. Upshift is typically going to be restaurant industry or, food industry. So sporting events, concerts, banquets, sometimes a college campus if they're short staffed in their cafeteria or something like that, but they pay very well. I got paid over $20 an hour to bartend at a Florida Marlins game, $18 an hour to wash dishes after a Miami Heat game. Typically the pay is at least $18. Sometimes it's been in the 16, 17 range, but on average, it's about 18 and up. Now, Upshift is not everywhere in the United States, but the big contract that they had was with Levi Restaurants, Levy Restaurants. So if Upshift is not in your area, you can look up that company and see if they have any part-time or seasonal positions, but I never had an issue with them. And that one is my go-to. Number two is going to be the Reflex app. Reflex is going to be retail only. So any stores that are short staffed, they don't pay as much as Upshift. They typically are around the 16 an hour mark, but you do get discounts at whatever store you're working at. And sometimes if it's last minute, they'll do an extra bonus. Like if you pick up the shift, we'll give you an extra $30 on top of the $16 an hour. Now Reflex is not my favorite because here in Miami, a lot of the stores that use it are like higher end stores. So Ralph Lauren, Skims, True Religion, Golden Goose, and they typically have a dress code that, I just don't have the clothes to adhere to, but they are a good option. Your city might have additional stores, but here in Miami, it's typically the high-end store. Number three is going to be Papa Pal. So Papa Pal, you're basically helping elderly people. It's not like a CNA or a home health aide. You're not doing anything as far as changing clothes, diapers, anything like that. It's strictly like maybe they need to go to the grocery store or they need a ride to the doctor's office. Maybe it's an elderly person who lives alone and their family lives out of town or can't visit them every day and they just need somebody to go over there and check on them. It's very easy and they have a standard hourly based on your state. So I believe in Florida it's like $17 or $18 an hour, and then you get paid mileage. So if you do have to take them to the store or to the doctor's office, you get paid additional for that as well. So the only downside to these apps are they're not instant pay apps. So you won't get paid the same day. They do direct deposit once a week and it's going to be the following week. But I never minded. It's definitely a good alternative if maybe you've been laid off and you just need some income coming in. I love all of these apps. If you do want to know some instant pay side gig apps, definitely let me know in the comments and I can do a part two. If you have any questions, just let me know. But these are the apps that, they've carried for.
Here's another super simple side hustle that literally anyone can do. This one can easily make you an extra $2,000 a week. It's super simple to set up and nobody has to know that you're doing it. Now be sure to save this video so that you can always come back to it, and let's hop into it. First, go to Google and search Amazon affiliates and click this first link that pops up here. Then once you get to this page, go ahead and sign up for free. Now, once you get to Amazon, head to the bestseller section and search for a product to promote. And don't forget, the more expensive the product, the more money you'll make. Then once you found your product, head to the top right corner, click Get Link, and grab your special affiliate link. Next, head on over to Pinterest, create yourself a free account, and then create an idea ad. And then you want to create a brief description for your product. Make sure you add a title, a description, and your image. And make sure you don't forget this next step is super important. This is where you're gonna add that special affiliate link that you got from Amazon. This is how you're gonna get paid. Now, every time somebody visits your pin and purchases, you're gonna make a commission. And you can do this for as many products as you like. This is called affiliate marketing, and Amazon is just one company that promotes this kind of program. Now, there are programs out there that can earn you a lot of money, and I'm talking $1,000 to $2,000 a day, and that's exactly what I do. If you want to learn how you can get started the exact same way, just comment ready down below and I'll send my free beginner's guide with more information on exactly how to get started.
A $500 a week side biz that's been tested and worked. And when I say tested and works, I don't just mean for me, I mean for anybody that I've taught it to that actually implements these methods. Almost every major city has a Goodwill warehouse. And that's where all the stuff that gets donated to Goodwill gets sorted. But what most people don't know is there's actually way too much stuff to actually make it to the store. That's where you come in. Some of them have an auction every day, Monday through Friday, some of them just 3 days a week. You're going to attend the auction and buy some furniture for almost nothing. I'm talking about $5, $10 on a dresser, $3 on a nightstand. You get the drift. Then you have two ways of selling those items. One would be clean them up, fix them up, paint them, modernize them, or sometimes just sell it because the profit margin's there and it's not worth the extra work. Anyways, just make the money. You can easily reach $500 of profit with about 8 to 16 hours of work.
If I needed to make an extra $1,000 before Christmas, here are the 4 side hustles that I would currently be doing, coming from someone who literally built their entire social media platform testing out side hustles. But I'm gonna save the best for last, but starting off, dog walking. You can download 2 different apps for this, Rover and Wag. I would definitely start with Rover just because it's more popular, but you can also make a post in like your local Facebook group. But yeah, from this alone, dog walking, I was able to average like $300 a month, and then anywhere from up to like $1,000 if I were to stay at other people's houses, which is where the real money is. But you just have to make sure that your schedule is like completely open, especially around the holidays. And number 2, focus groups. This is basically like where you're paid to give your opinion. It's either in person or online, and these can be very hit or miss just because they're looking for like certain qualifications. But if you sign up to a few of these websites, like Respondent, for example, they'll actually email you if you're a good fit for one of their studies. Yeah, they actually pay well. Like it's like, I don't know, $100, $200 to go like sit in some room and test out some products or try out a new restaurant or just like something fun. So you might as well sign up and like have that as an option if the opportunity does arise. And number 3, furniture flipping. Like every single day, people are putting things on Facebook Marketplace that you could buy, flip, and then resell for a profit. Or maybe you don't even have to buy it. Maybe they're giving it away. Or a lot of times it might not even need like a full flip. It just needs a cleaning. And yeah, you could sell those items. And this is a legit side hustle. Even for someone, do I look like I flip shit for a living? Absolutely not. Even my first flip ever, I was able to profit like $80 from like half a day's worth of work. Last, but definitely not least, TikTok Shop. There are literally people making more than doctors in a single month with TikTok Shop. And obviously a lot of people do make it their full-time job. But it is something that you can do as a side hustle if you only have a couple hours a day. And yes, you do have to get to at least 1,000 followers to do TikTok Shop. But genuinely, like, post with purpose, and I promise you'll get there faster than you know it. You could literally start a series on how you need to make $1,000 before Christmas, or how you're trying a new side hustle every single week. And I promise you'll get to 5,000 before the end of the year. And obviously none of these are meant to make you rich, besides maybe TikTok Shop. But even then, like, these are just meant to be suggestions to hopefully help you make a little bit of extra money this year. But genuinely, like, taking side hustles seriously completely changed my life. And I don't think enough people realize how much extra money they can make in a short period of time when they really decide to lock in and take things serious. So if you needed a sign, let this be it. As always, if you're actually interested in learning how to make money online or starting TikTok Shop, it's all at the top of my page.
Your salary is not that hard to replace. If you make $6,000 a month, if you make $8,000 a month, I only made $2,500 a month as a social worker, that money really isn't that hard to replace. I remember when I first signed my $2,500 client, one client paid me in full for $2,500 for a service that I was offering her. And it blew my mind because I made my whole 9-to-5 salary in one client. And I was like, I just need 12 people, 12 clients to keep doing this. And I never have to work a 9-to-5 job again in my life. That's when I learned that sales is better than any degree out there. If you know the power of sales, you'll never have to work a day in your life.
If I needed to make extra money immediately, these are the 5 side hustles I would consider doing, and none of these are meant to make you super rich. Well, one of them might, but for the most part, these are just ways to make a little bit of extra income so you can pay off your debt or build your emergency fund. But starting off with number 1, we have Facebook Marketplace or OfferUp. There are so many hidden gems on there, so many deals that you are missing out on. And especially if you have a truck, people are literally giving away beds, fridges, ovens, dishwashers, sofas, and anything else in between, and they are literally willing to give it to you for free if you take it away from them and flip it, and that is pure profit on your end. The next thing, which is the thing that I would be doing, is TikTok Shop. People are literally printing money on TikTok Shop, and I know you have to have an account that has 5,000 followers on it, but you can bypass that and get a pre-approved account if you're willing to pay $400 to $500 for that account, which I think is worth it. That way you can get products sent to you for free, and you can sit in your home and rip a bunch of videos. I know one guy that barely produces any content, but he had one video that went viral and he makes about $1,000 a month. And I know another guy that literally is his full-time job and he makes $40K a month. These next 2 aren't super lucrative, but they are very practical and pretty much anyone can do them. Download the app called Rover and you can literally get paid to watch people's animals or take their dogs on a walk. And as you build that relationship with your clients, you can then transition out of the Rover app and start getting paid directly. And then of course there are the regular delivery apps like DoorDash, Uber Eats, Amazon Flex, as well as Instacart, which I heard pays the most. And then lastly, if you're a creative person, please take advantage of that and create your own Etsy shop and start selling whatever it is that you're passionate about. Maybe it's jewelry, maybe it's beads, maybe it's paintings. You can even do digital products like the budget template that I sell. You can sell things like that directly on Etsy and start making a little bit of passive income. I hope that was helpful.